Let's pay homage to the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. I will pay respect to the Buddha, reciting one of these stanzas. Buddha bodhaya dipiti tantoyo dhammataya sa. Dhammataya tanto dhammantino vadranaya sa. Nibuddho nibbanataya tan lokadranandami. Lokadrano lokatumma ikodaya tasu phito mudo. Yo nago buddha nagamiro yadi asindi yatutachin yasva pyadi. Buddha tissalin kurorai tutin tiyendo mui pyue. Bodhaya sa chatai talu bolu rukutu tenlin kijabasi jinchu galaga. Tanto kuroga biyin chiro mui pyue. Dhammataya sa chatai talu bolu rukutu meyin yin chijasi chin galaga. Tanto kuranga bin yin chiro mui pyue. Dhammataya sa chatai talu bolu rukutu meyin yin chijasi chin galaga. Tanto kuranga bin kilita upukate nyindo mui pyue. Dhammataya sa chatai talu bolu rukutu meyin kilita punyinja basi chin galaga. Tino vatanayana vangarachango. Kuta tocha kurona yaupi pyue daliyin. Dharanaya sa kuro tatu chatai turo ni kutawan mavekando. Kuta tocha yau jabasi jinchu galaga. Nibuddho kilita pranibhan rinsan yukte. Kurorai nyindo mui pyue. Nibbanataya sa kuro tatu vene luro kukate ninja basi jinchu galaga. Dhamman nizili na dhammasako. Tibbe di gruna shita myeta pye. Hojaro mukhe bhavehi. Lokadrana lokatumma ikodaya tasu phito mudo. Tanaga buddha nagamiro yadi asindi yatutatu yasva pyago. Nami namami kono nalong tongso pyang pyo. Namo shoyi gado myano lesu moyi. Shiko nyopai yasva pya yasva pya. I've explained all of you, quoting the words of the Buddha. The five causes of the disappearance of the teachings of the Buddha. Do you remember what they are? there are 5 things that lead to the disappearance of the true Dhamma. The bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, the male lay followers, the female lay followers, dwell without reverence and deference towards the teacher. It is one of the causes that leads to the disappearance of the true Dhamma. If bhikkhus, bhikkhuni, lay devotees, both female and male lay devotees, if they dwell without reverence towards the teacher here means the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. Another cause that leads to the disappearance of the true Dhamma is, although I have told all of you, bhikkhu, bhikkhunis, both female and male lay devotees, they dwell without reverence towards the Dhamma and towards the Sangha, towards the training, the 3 training, and towards the concentration. These 5 things will lead to the disappearance of the true Dhamma. What is the true Dhamma? Pariyatti, Paripatti, and Pativeda. In English, learning the teachings of the Buddha, practicing in accordance with the Buddha, and realization or attainment of Nibbana. These 3 Dhamma are called the true Dhamma. In Pali, Saddhamma. If the true Dhamma is flourishing in the world, in this world, it will be for the benefit of many. It will be for the happiness of many, both Deva and humans. If there is no appearance of the Buddha, if the Buddha didn't appear in the world, even to know what is wholesome, what is unwholesome is very difficult to know. Do you agree with it? Do you know what is wholesome and what is unwholesome? Even to know what is wholesome, what is unwholesome, it is not easy if the Buddha didn't appear in the world. With the arising of the sun, the darkness is dispelled. In the same way, with the arising of the Buddha in the world, the ignorance is dispelled. But not just by the appearing of the Buddha, but by the following the teachings of the Buddha, practicing according to the words of the Buddha. As I have told all of you, no one can teach the way leading to make an end of suffering. In other words, no one can teach the way to liberation except the omniscient Buddha, knower of all. That's why to teach the way leading to Nibbana is to follow the words of the Buddha. Without following the teachings of the Buddha, without strictly follow the words of the Buddha, the way he practiced, the way he taught leading to Nibbana, we cannot be a teacher who can teach all of you the way leading to Nibbana. If you want to teach the way leading to Nibbana by our own, we must be the one who has the omniscient knowledge too. But we have no such knowledge. But we teach the way leading to Nibbana. We are capable to teach the way leading to Nibbana. Why? What is the reason? Why can we teach the way leading to Nibbana? Because we follow the words of the Buddha and we teach what the Buddha wants us to teach. Because of this reason, before the Buddha took final Nibbana, do you remember the last disciple of the Buddha? The one who approached before the Buddha took final Nibbana. Is there anybody who is willing to tell me the last disciple of the Buddha? Subhanda. Venerable Ananda, our brother, prohibited Subhanda at the beginning because he told Subhanda Buddha was very tired now. You should not annoy the Buddha. You should not disturb the Buddha. But Buddha, with great compassion, hearing the discussion, the conversation between Venerable Ananda, his beloved son, but beloved here means not with attachment, and his last disciple who is going to attainment of liberation. So the Buddha told Venerable Ananda, don't stop him. He's not going to annoy me. He's going to teach me for his enlightenment. He's going to ask me for his enlightenment. You should let him see the Buddha. After hearing the Dhamma, what he wants to know, he will quickly understand it and he will enlighten. So, Subhanda, he asked questions to the Buddha. What are these? At that time, Subhanda called the Buddha, not the Buddha. Venerable Gautama. How did he call the Buddha? Venerable Gautama. All those ascetics and Brahmins who have orders and followers, who are teachers, well known and famous as founders of schools, popularly regarded as saints, like Purana Kassapa. Do you know Purana Kassapa? Makali Gosala, Ajita Kesa Kandali, Pakuda Kachayana, Sanjaya Belata Buddha, Nikanta Nata Buddha. Have they all realized the truth? Have they all made out? Or have none of them realized it? Or have some realized it and some not? Do you get the meaning? Have they all realized as they make out? Or have none of them realized it? Or have some realized it and some not? Buddha gave an answer. Subhadda, enough. Never mind whether all or none or some of them have realized the truth. I will teach you Dhamma. Subhadda, listen, pay close attention, and I will speak. Subhadda said, yes, Venerable. And the Buddha said, in whatever Dhamma and discipline, the Noble Eightfold Path is not found. What is not found? The Noble Eightfold Path is not found. No one is found of the first, the second, the third, or the fourth grade. Do you understand? The Buddha said, in whatever Dhamma and discipline, the Noble Eightfold Path is not found. No one is found of the first, the second, the third, or the fourth grade. In whatever teachings, in whatever discipline. If the Noble Eightfold Path is not found, there will be no the first noble person. There will be no the second noble person. There will be no the third noble one and the fourth one. Where there is no, where the Eightfold Noble Path is not found, there will be no first noble person, second noble person, third noble person, and the fourth one. Only in the teachings, only in the Dhamma and discipline, where the Eightfold Noble Path is found, there will be one. There will be the first noble person, the second noble one, the third noble one, and the fourth one too. For that reason, we all need to practice the Eightfold Noble Path, to know and to see the Buddha, and for the attainment of noblehood. You may think every teacher teach the Eightfold Noble Path, especially meditation teachers. Really? Is it real? So, I will recite, quoting the words of the Buddha. I will recite one of the paragraph from Anguttara Nikaya. Is it just for your happiness? You want to hear?
Yes.
Yete bhikkhu bhikkhu adhamman dhammoti dipinti. Bhikkhus, those who explain, those bhikkhus who explain non-dhamma as dhamma. Bhikkhus, those bhikkhus who explain non-dhamma as dhamma. Te bhikkhu bhikkhu bhujana ahitaya paripanna bhujana asukhaya bhuno janasa anattaya ahitaya dukkhaya deva manusana. Do you understand? I repeat what I have translated, and I will translate all of them again. Bhikkhus, those bhikkhus who explain non-dhamma as dhamma are acting for the disadvantage of many people, the suffering of many people, for the ruin, harm, and suffering of many people, of devas and human beings. These bhikkhus generate much demerit and cause this true Dhamma to disappear. Who are making the true Dhamma to disappear? Those bhikkhus who explain non-dhamma, adhamma, non-dhamma as dhamma. They are acting for the disadvantage of many people, for the suffering of many people, for the ruin, harm, and suffering of many people, of devas and human beings. They are generating much demerit and causing this true Dhamma to disappear. Another one. Bhikkhus, those bhikkhus who explain Dhamma as non-Dhamma, they are acting for the disadvantage of many people, for the suffering of many people, for the ruin, harm, and suffering of many people, of devas and human beings. They are generating much demerit and causing the true Dhamma to disappear. Do you get it? The Buddha continued. Bhikkhus, those who explain non-Dhamma as non-Dhamma, they are acting for the welfare of many, for the happiness of many, for the good welfare and happiness of many people, for devas and for human beings. These bhikkhus generate much merit and sustain this true teaching. Who sustain the true teachings? Those bhikkhus who explain non-Dhamma as non-Dhamma, Adhamma as Adhamma. The Buddha continued. Bhikkhus, those bhikkhus who explain Dhamma as Dhamma are acting for the welfare of many, for the happiness of many, for the good, for the welfare, for the happiness of both humans and devas. These bhikkhus are generating much merit and sustaining the true Dhamma. Who do you want to be? Who say the Dhamma is Dhamma, or who say the Dhamma is Adhamma? Who say Adhamma is Dhamma? Now, if you want to do for the welfare of many, if you want to do for the good of many, if you want to do for the advantage of many, and if you want to do for the happiness of many, you must be the one who sustain the true teachings of the Buddha. True Dhamma, as I have told all of you, learning the teachings of the Buddha theoretically, intellectually, practicing the way leading to Nibbana, and realization of attainment. If you don't sustain, if you don't learn the true teachings of the Buddha, you can't know how to practice the way leading to Nibbana properly. If you don't know how to practice the way leading to Nibbana properly, you can't expect to attain. You can't expect for your liberation. You can't make an end of suffering. Also, you are, or we are, those who are causing the disappearance of the true Dhamma. We will be those who are doing for the ruin, for the disadvantage, for the suffering of many, including both devas and humans. Here, in the commentary, it is explained what is Adhamma, non-Dhamma. There are many things they are explained in the commentary, but I want to say only one of them. Buddha taught the way leading to Nibbana. What are they? What is the way leading to Nibbana? The eightfold noble path is the way leading to Nibbana. If someone says, just with sevenfold noble path, it is possible to make an end of suffering. Is he telling Dhamma as Dhamma or Adhamma as Dhamma? Adhamma as Dhamma. Or if someone says, with ninefold noble path, it is possible to make an end of suffering. Or is he or she the one who is telling Dhamma as Adhamma or Adhamma as Dhamma? Adhamma as Dhamma. There are many those who are practicing meditation without being aware that they need to fulfill one of the eightfold noble factors. It is right concentration. As the Buddha said, Samadhi bhikkhave pavita samadhito bhikkhve bhikkhu yatha buddhan pajanati. What's the meaning? Bhikkhus, please, bhikkhus, develop concentration. The one who is concentrated knows and sees things as they really are. This is very important. The one who is concentrated knows and sees the truth as they really are. And Buddha continued his teaching, asking a question. What will the one who is concentrated know and see the truth as they really are? So Buddha gave an answer. The one who is concentrated will know, will see the Four Noble Truths. Who will know, who will see the Four Noble Truths? The one who is concentrated, not the one who is not concentrated. Or some teachers, or some or many teachers said, without having developed concentration, it is possible to make an end of suffering. Is it in accordance with the teachings of the Buddha? If someone says in this way, is he explaining Dhamma or Adhamma? You know, if someone say, without having developed concentration, it is possible to realize Nibbana. It is telling Adhamma is Dhamma. He or she is generating for the ruin, for the disadvantage, for the harm, for the unhappiness of many, both devas and humans. They are causing much demerit and causing the true Dharma to disappear. It is not a simple thing. If we say Adhamma is Dhamma, if we say Dhamma is Adhamma, we are ruined for the good of many. We are harming for the benefit of many. We are making them not to realize the Dhamma as they really are. We are leading them to the wrong way. That's why this is not a simple thing. This is what we need to consider seriously. That's the way leading to Nibbana. Can't be taught by those who don't follow the words of the Buddha. As I told all of you, if someone say, without having developed concentration, it is possible to realize Nibbana, it is possible to make an end of suffering, it is possible to lead for our liberation, it is impossible. If we don't develop concentration, what happens? If we don't want to develop concentration, as the Buddha said, the one who is concentrated will know and will see the truth as they really are. If the one who is not concentrated, in opposite, will not know, will not see the truth as they really are. If you have no intention, no wish to develop concentration, what happens? Right concentration is destroyed. If you don't develop concentration, there will be no right effort. If you don't develop concentration, there will be no right mindfulness. If you don't develop concentration, there will be no right thought. Do you know what is right thought? Buddha said, application mind, vitakka, is right thought. Okay? In the Dhamma, Buddha said, vitakka is right thought. As you know, when you are going to practice mindfulness of breathing meditation to develop concentration, you need to apply your mind on the in-breath and out-breath continuously. If you don't develop concentration, you will not apply your mind on the meditation object. There will be no application mind on the meditation object. How many fold remains? Because if you don't develop concentration, there will be no right concentration, no right thought, no right effort, no right mindfulness. Because of this, there will be no right view. How many fold remains? Only the training of morality. Samma vaca, samma kammana, samma ajiva. This is just practicing the training of morality. Do you think just with the training of morality you can make an end of suffering? Impossible. That's why if you don't develop concentration, there will be no right mindfulness. There will be no right concentration. There will be no right thought. There will be no right view. We will be the ones, we will be those who are practicing just the foundation, the training of morality. As the Buddha said, the one who is concentrated will know and see things as they really are, means right view is attained. Based on right concentration, we can know, we can see the truth as they really are. See, in the Anguttara Nikaya, Buddha was asked. People say, avijja, avijja. What is avijja? What is avijja? Avijja simply they translate not knowing. But just not knowing is not ignorance. Ignorance. Not knowing the Four Noble Truths is ignorant. Ignorant. So I'm giving the Dhamma talk for those who want to see the Buddha. Those who see the Four Noble Truths see the Buddha. So those who see the Buddha, those who see the Dhamma, the Four Noble Truths sees the Buddha, and those who see the Buddha sees the Four Noble Truths too. Also those who see the Dhamma, those are those who remove or dispel the ignorance. That's why if you want to dispel your ignorance, you need to know, you need to see the Four Noble Truths. So if you want to know the Four Noble Truths, what do you need to do? What do you need? You need right concentration. Do you remember what is right concentration directly taught by the Buddha? First jhana, absorption, concentration. Second jhana, absorption, concentration. Third jhana, absorption, concentration. Fourth jhana, absorption, concentration are called right concentration. That's why keep in mind the words of the Buddha that to develop right concentration, we all need to develop first, second, third, and fourth jhana, absorption, concentration. But this is for those who want to practice insight meditation based on absorption, jhana, concentration. For those who want to be pure insight meditators, they don't need to develop first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana. According to commentary of Masatipatthana Sutta, which is explained in the Vedananupassana section, mindfulness on feeling, it is explained in the commentary that, as a reminding, I will recite the Pali formula. Duvi Dinji Kamatanan Rupa Kamatanincha Arupa Kamatanincha. Buddha taught two types of insight meditation objects: materiality meditation and mentality meditation. For what? When the Buddha taught vipassana or vipassana, I have students from different countries that they report me pronouncing different pronunciation. Vipassana. Which one is right? Eh? Vipassana. Yes. Tata Bhagava Rupa Kamatana Katinto Sankeba Manasikara Vasinawa Vitara Manasikara Vasinawa Chatu Dhatu Vavotana Katiti. When the Buddha taught Rupa meditation, materiality meditation, Buddha taught four elements in brief or detailed method. It is the beginning of insight meditation. Those who practice insight meditation based on jhana, absorption, concentration, when they are going to start insight meditation, vipassana, if they start from rupa meditation, they need to discern four elements systematically, the way taught by the Buddha. As they develop absorption jhana concentration, if they want to start mentality meditation, it is possible for them to. What is the reason? They have attained absorption jhana concentration, that they know how to discern jhana mental factors. Absorption jhana mental factors. But for pure insight meditators, for them it is impossible to start impossible to start mentality meditation straightly, because they have no jhana absorption concentration, and they don't know how to discern jhana mental factors, that it is impossible for them to start strictly mentality meditation. For them, they need to start four elements meditation, discerning four elements or 12 characteristics in their whole bodies, from head to feet, feet to head, throughout the body, clearly, again and again. Also, for those who practice vipassana based on jhana absorption concentration, we taught them starting with four elements meditation too. The reason is, for those who want to discern ultimate mentality, if they have discerned ultimate materiality thoroughly, all the six doors, mentality will become clear and obvious to their mind. For that reason, discerning ultimate materiality before ultimate mentality is better for them. Only when you know, you see the ultimate materiality and ultimate mentality, you will really understand the impermanent nature, suffering nature and non-self nature of all the ultimate truth. But without having developed concentration, don't expect to see them. Without having developed concentration, don't expect to realize the Four Noble Truths. Without having developed concentration, don't expect to see the Buddha. It is not for those who don't develop concentration. It is just for those who develop concentration. But you will say, you have already told just with four elements so that you can realize Nibbana. Yes. Those who practice insight meditation directly, strictly, without having developed jhana concentration, only they don't develop jhana concentration. When the Buddha taught the training of concentration, samatha meditation, Buddha taught 40 types of meditation objects. Mindfulness of breathing is one of them. Four elements also one of them. Among 40, 30 types can be attained up to absorption, jhana, concentration. All the other 10 up to excess concentration. That's why four elements is the meditation object that can attain excess concentration. That's why it is not true that pure insight meditators have no concentration at all. Through practicing four elements meditation, at a certain stage, they attain excess concentration, the time they see the whole body as a block of bright light. If they can maintain or sustain discerning four elements in that block of bright light, they attain excess concentration. Only then they can continue choosing the way to attain absorption concentration or the way to realize ultimate materiality. So when they attain excess concentration, with excess concentration, they can discern their inside, their parts of the body, inner parts of the body, such as body hair, teeth, nails, heart, lungs, liver, intestines, spleens, and so on. So under the light of excess concentration, you can penetrate them, not only internally but also externally too. So based on white skeleton, which is white in color, you can continue to practice white kasina meditation. If you practice white kasina, it is one of meditation objects among 42. If you practice white kasina based on your own skeleton or external person's skeleton, you can attain first jhana absorption concentration, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana too. What we notice in the teachings of the Buddha, in times of Buddha, for those who can attain supernatural power, Buddha taught them not only mindfulness of breathing meditation, Buddha continued teaching them 10 kasina, 8 attainments, and then supernatural power. Only after attainment of supernatural power, Buddha taught them insight meditation. The reason is, the stronger the concentration, the better the penetration. For that reason, according to my teaching experience, for those who start 4 elements meditation, I don't want them to go straightly vipassana. Because of this reason, when they can maintain excess concentration, discerning 4 elements in the block of bright light, at the time I taught them that the 2 parts of the body, and based on skeleton, I taught them what kasina. So I make them have the opportunity to attain absorption concentration with the intention to make them understand the Dhamma as they really are clearly. As the stronger the concentration, the better the penetration. But if I can't persuade them, no, I want to go straightly inside meditation. Don't teach me white kasina. Okay, I will teach you. But mostly, or some, the time they practice dependent origination to understand law of karma, which is what is the central teachings of the Buddha. Who are Buddhists? Buddhists are those who have faith on law of karma. To understand law of karma, we taught them dependent origination. To find the causes of this present life. As we know, all of us sitting here from different countries with different complexion and with different appearance. Some are black, some are white, some are tall, some are fat, some are intelligent, some are beautiful, some are ugly. No ugly one, I guess. No. You are handsome bhikkhu. What is the difference? What is the cause of this difference? The difference is karma. Karma causes these all differences. To understand it, what is the causes of our present life? We need to directly know the karma that accumulated in the past and the karma that appeared at the near-death moment in our previous life. Whether humans, whether animals, or whether celestial beings, at the near death, a certain object appear. Taking that as last object, grasping, holding it, we leave our body behind. If it is a good one, we got the opportunity to be reborn in a good realm, such as human's realm or Deva realm. For sure, all of you, including me, at the near death of previous life, fortunately, good object appear. Taking that as object, we were born as humans in a human realm. You know what is going to appear at the near death of this very life? Nobody knew. Nobody knows. So to know the causes of this very life is to know the origin of suffering, or the causes of suffering. So as the Buddha says, the one who is concentrated knows and sees the first noble truth, the suffering, knows and sees the second noble truth, the cause of suffering, knows and sees the third noble truth, the noble truth, the cessation of suffering, and knows and sees the fourth noble truth, the way leading to Nibbana, the way leading to the end of suffering. Who knows, who sees? The one who is concentrated. So if someone says, the one who is concentrated knows and sees things as they really are, is the one who is saying Dhamma as Dhamma. As the Buddha said, those who explain Dhamma as Dhamma are acting for the good, for the welfare, for the happiness of many. They are generating much merit, and they are sustaining the true Dhamma for the good, for the welfare, for the happiness, for the advantage of many, including humans and devas. Who do you want to be? Let me stop here. if you don't give me an answer. Q&A section. Yes? Yeah. There is a Singaporean.
You are talking about the right concentration.
Yes.
So many of us for still you say about the right concentration. Then many of the people they reciting like Amitabha or the right? spend a long time, million of the mantra. Is that not right concentration?
Let me be the one who say the Dhamma. As I have told all of you, Buddha taught 40 types of samatha meditation. One of them is recollection of the qualities of Buddha. In Pali, Buddha Nusati. So if we want to practice Buddha Nusati, we should do. There are 9 qualities of the Buddha. As you all know, most of you know. Arahant, Sammasambuddho, Vicharcharana Sambandho, Sukhato, Lokavidu, Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati, Sattha Deva Manusana, Buddho, Bhagava. These are 9 qualities of the Buddha. If your intention is to reflect the qualities of the Buddha, please use any of the 9 qualities, any one of the 9 qualities. Arahant, or Sammasambuddho, or Vicharcharana Sambandho, or Sukhato, or Lokavidu, or Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati, Sattha Deva Manusana, Buddho Bhagava. Let me explain the way of practicing Buddha Nusati, recollection of the qualities of Buddha. First, you should look at the Buddha image you like. With open eyes, you look at it until your mind absorbs seeing the image of the Buddha. When you notice your mind absorbs seeing the image of the Buddha image, at the time, sit down, close your eyes, and take the Buddha image that you have looked at. When you see the Buddha image, at the time, you must replace the Buddha image with the qualities of the Buddha. First of all, you can start with Arahant. Sometimes just Pali words, sometimes with the definition, or sometimes just the definition. Arahant, what is the meaning of Arahant? The one who has no defilements. If you reflect this, it is very simple. But you can do more. Why do we suffer? Why do we suffer? Why do we encounter difficulty in life? Because of kilesa, defilements, impurity of mind. Right? If we have no anger, do we suffer for anger? No. If we have no greed, there will be no any difficulty caused by the greed. Desire, craving, attachment, lust, passion, these are rooted in greed. Anger, dissatisfaction, feeling remorse, feeling grief, guilty, all these are rooted in anger. Have doubt, can't decide what is right, what is wrong. No way to get out of something what we are in. It is rooted in delusion. We are proud of when we are looked down. We are proud of when we are successful. is rooted in greed too. Buddha, the one who had removed all these impurities of mind, no greed at all, no anger, no delusion, no desiring, no craving, no attachment, no dissatisfaction, no grief, no sorrow, no lust, no passion, no pride, no jealousy, no stinginess. How peaceful he will be. So, with this understanding, you should reflect the qualities of the Buddha, the one who has no defilements, Arahant. You can do more, the one who has no greed, the one who has no craving, the one who has no clinging, the one who has no passion, the one who has no lust, the one who has no anger. How peaceful we will be if we have no greed, no anger, no delusion. Don't you want to be such persons? Yes, I want very much. That's why if you practice the qualities of the Buddha, the collection of the Buddha, day by day if you practice, one day understanding will arise in you. Oh, we suffer because of these. If you want to be the one who can live peacefully, we must remove these all impurities. We want to be like the Buddha who has such quality. I don't mean to be a Buddha. I mean to emulate the way the Buddha can do by removing all the impurity defilements. So this is one of the qualities of the Buddha. So when you reflect the qualities of the Buddha at that time, the image may disappear. Don't find the image again, just be with the qualities of the Buddha. Arahant, Arahant, one who has no defilement, one who has no defiance, one who has no anger, one who has no pride, one who has no jealousy, one who has no delusion, one who has no craving, desiring, attachment, clinging. How peaceful we will be if we have no such impurities. Another meaning of Arahant, the one who never do wrong things even in a hidden place. As you all know, all the people in the world, in the presence of people, they pretend to be very good persons, but in a hidden place, because of kilesa, because of defilements, they do many things wrong. But Buddha has no such quality. Even in a hidden place, he never do any wrong things. Arahant, the one who never do, the one who never does wrong things even in a hidden place. Arahant, Arahant. Instead of Amitabha, please, Arahant, Arahant. Okay? Good or not? Yeah, this is Dhamma. I'm telling Dhamma is Dhamma. If you tell Adhamma, it is your things. It is not my things. Okay?
Okay. Shall we read the questions? I have about 31 questions.
31 questions.
Okay, I will read the first question. if we believe that Pa-Auk meditation center is better than other meditation centers, is this a form of clinging to views and conceit, or is it just the truth?
Telling the truth is not telling the truth is not telling what is better. Telling the truth is just telling the truth. There is nothing to make comparison when we say the truth. There is no competition when we say the truth. That's why we don't need to say it is better. Here what we are teaching. What we are teaching is what the Buddha taught. That's why it is not clinging. Because of knowing the truth, it can remove attachment, clinging, craving, pride, jealousy, stinginess. Okay? Knowing the truth cannot make you feel proud of yourself. Knowing the truth make you to be a humble person.
Next question. Is there any benefit in practicing other methods to broaden our minds and learn from many teachers, or is this just a waste of time?
According to our karma, sometimes we cannot get into the excellent train or excellent play. Okay? So we need to step on to make ripening of our karma. Sometimes we met with this teacher, we met with that teacher, we practice according to their teachings. But if you have no strong karma to see the true teachings, to meet with the right teachers, maybe you will be blocked there. But if you have good karma, enough karma, to see with the teachings of the Buddha, you may see one day.
Okay, Bhante, this question is very short, but the context is very long. So I shall read, and Bhante can please patiently listen. From the Buddha's time until now, there is conflict between those who practice the Dhamma and those who learn the Dhamma. They usually complain about each other. Nowadays, there is conflict even between those who practice the Dhamma. Some meditators in different meditation centers complain, criticize, find fault with, and look down at others. They praise the method that they are following as the only way of practicing, and other methods are wrong and inferior, not according to the Buddha's teaching. As we know, the Buddha taught different ways to different individuals due to their parami and capabilities. Those meditators who have not mastered the Tipitaka and commentaries, not even finished reading them, how can they make sure about it? The question is, as they do so, is it an offense to the Dhamma Ratana?
According to the teachings of the Buddha, as a bhikkhu must say Dhamma is Dhamma, Adhamma is Adhamma. This is the duty of bhikkhu. It is for the good, for the welfare, for the happiness, for the advantage of many, including both humans and devas. And to sustain the true teachings of the Buddha, we must do it. Because of telling the truth, if someone say, they are just looking down others' teachings, they are making other teachings inferior. It is their things. It is not our things. We must say the truth. If they don't like it, it depends on them. That's why we must be brave and humble. Understand? Brave and humble. Humble means to follow the words of the Buddha. Brave means to sustain the teachings of the Buddha. This is very important.
Bhante, next question. In Bhante's Dhamma talk last week, Bhante touched on a serious subject, that is counterfeit and true Dhamma. In the sensual world, counterfeit goods can be as close to the real thing. An expert is needed to tell the difference between the counterfeit and genuine thing. In terms of the Dhamma, how can we differentiate the counterfeit and true Dhamma?
That's why we must know what is Saddhamma, true Dhamma. First of all, to learn the original teachings of the Buddha, the old teachings of the Buddha, theoretically, intellectually. Based on it, we need to continue practicing 3 trainings. So if you follow the original teachings of the Buddha, and if you practice the way the Buddha practiced, we can expect for the realization of Nibbana. Here, I want to share all of you the way the Buddha practiced to be self-enlightened Buddha. On the day he's going to enlighten Buddha, under the Bodhi tree, he practiced mindfulness of breathing meditation. He attained first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana. Based on it, he continued 10 kasina. Based on 10 kasina or 9 kasina, he practiced 8 attainment. 10 kasinas, they are material jhana, rupa jhana. Based on rupa jhana, material jhana, continue practice immaterial jhana. First immaterial jhana, second immaterial jhana, third immaterial jhana, and fourth immaterial jhana. So, for the material jhana can be attained up to fourth jhana. So, another immaterial fourth jhana. 4 jhanas, they are called 8 attainments. The talk I've given on last Sunday, I talked about counterfeit of the true Dhamma. Saddhamma Bhati Rupaka Sutta, a discourse on the counterfeit of true Dhamma. There the Buddha said, if bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, female lay devotees, male lay devotees, they dwell without reference to the teachers, to the Dhamma, to the Sangha, to the trainings, and to the concentration. What does it mean, to the concentration? The 3 trainings you all know, the training of morality, the training of concentration, the training of insight. And the Buddha said separately, without reference to the concentration. It is explained in the commentary. It is 8 attainments. 8 attainments. Now, I will continue the way the Buddha, the Bodhisattva, Buddha to be practiced his meditation under the Bodhi tree for his self-enlightenment. After 8 attainments, he practiced He continued practiced 14 ways to master his mind, and he attained supernatural power. First of all, recollection of the past life. He could perceive, he could discern many uncountable past lives. To make all clear, for incalculable 100,000 eons ago, as a hermit Sumedha, who received definite prophecy from the Dipangara Buddha. He could discern even that life. How many eons ago? For incalculable and 100,000 eons ago, through his supernatural power. And he continued, divine eyes can see near and far if he wish. No one can hide. With these divine eyes he sees those who are going to die, those who are going to be reborn in a good realm and bad realm according to their good and bad karma. He directly saw good begets good, bad begets bad. Different karma give different results with divine eyes and divine ear. He can hear near and far if he wish. No one can hide. They contain another 3 types of supernatural power. After that, so knowing the past lives means discerning the dependent origination, understanding law of karma, that he understands the cause of suffering. So he continued his insight meditation, contemplating impermanent suffering, non-self on the suffering, the cause of suffering. He contemplates impermanence many times, suffering many times, non-self many times, and then he attained first pardon fruition, second pardon fruition, third pardon fruition, and fourth pardon fruition. His arhat heart knowledge is associated with omniscient knowledge. This is the way the Buddha to be practiced for his self-enlightenment. We are here teaching mindfulness of breathing, emulating the Buddha to be. After that we taught meditators, if they have time and if they are willing, we taught them 32 parts of the body to practice kasina, 10 kasina. Based on it, we taught them 8 attainments. The Buddha wants us to practice 4 Brahma Vihari, Metta, loving kindness, Karuna, compassion, Mudita, sympathetic joy, Upekha, equanimity. We continue teaching them. And then we taught them recollection of the qualities of the Buddha, Buddha-nussati, and then Asubha Bhavana. And then recollection of death, Marana-nussati. All these are what the Buddha taught. Isn't it? What are we teaching? We are teaching the Dhamma. So if someone complains, what can we do? We can't do anything. Okay? True Dhamma deteriorate. Which pronunciation is correct? Deteriorate. Not immediately like a ship sink. This is what the Buddha said. Okay? So it will disappear gradually. But not by the wind, not by the fire, not by the wind, or not by the temperature, not by the wind, not by the earth, not by the water, but by the bhikkhus.
The next question. When we practice metta meditation, we send metta to a dead person. But
Hey, please Please repeat.
When we practice metta meditation, if we send metta to a dead person, a person who has passed away, but we don't know he has already died, can we enter jhana by sending metta to that person?
The object you pay attention is the person who is alive, a living one. Like smiling, you are not paying attention to a dead person. It means not to pay attention to a dead body. Okay? If you don't know who died, who didn't. Okay? So if you just pay attention to the image when he alive, so at that time you can attain, because you are not paying attention to the dead body, just to a person who is being alive.
Okay, next question. Before getting jhana concentration, how can one in his own meditation experience see the kalapas?
Because of his or her past karma, past bharami, if he or she had discerned or practiced already in the past, they can easily see the small particles. It is very good for them when they practice vipassana. But at the time they develop concentration, they need to ignore them.
How can one experience that in such a way? How can one experience that there is such a thing as kalapa without just reading about them?
Without reading?
About them. That means, how can a person experience that without reading about kalapas?
The question is not clear. Without reading. Without reading the book? Without knowing the knowledge? Having the knowledge?
Yes.
And it is possible. Because of past bharami, past perfections, one can see, one can know the kalapa. But if they don't practice systematically, they can't discern the ultimate materiality exists in each particle.
Next question. Ante, we die because of old age, sickness or accident. At that moment, it is very difficult to enter jhana, even though they could enter jhana in the past. Please explain how they get the object at that moment to be reborn in the Brahma plane.
To be reborn in the Brahma realm, or in the Brahma plane, just with offering, just with sila, morality, they can't expect to be reborn there. Only by sustaining absorption, jhana, concentration, until the near death, it is possible for them to be reborn in that realm. That's why, for those who want to be reborn in the Brahma realm, they need to practice mastery for a jhana they prefer, or for a jhana that can make them reborn where they want. It depends on their choice and their mastery. Without mastery, it is not easy to maintain, to sustain at the near-death moment.
Next question. When someone is a stream winner, he experienced the first path knowledge, which removed 3 defilements, and friction knowledge taking nibbana as an object. Then if he continues vipassana meditation, the second path and friction knowledge arise. As this path knowledge doesn't remove any remaining defilements, but only weakens them, the question is, what is the difference between the objects of the first and second friction knowledge? Is there a difference?
Object is not the difference. Object is nibbana. Both first path and fruition knowledge second path and fruition knowledge takes Nibbana as object. But the mentality that taking Nibbana as object will be different if they had practice on different objects. Suppose the one who attains stream entry, first path and fruition knowledge, contemplating impermanent on ultimate materiality. His fruition knowledge or path knowledge, when he or she attains first path and fruition knowledge, the mentality that taking Nibbana as object, the time, path and fruition knowledge arises, it will be 37 altogether. But in the second path and fruition knowledge, if he or she contemplating on second jhana Dhamma, at the time the mentality will be different. There will be no 37. Vitakka and vichara must be removed. Because the object is second jhana, which has no vitakka and vichara. So altogether, how many mentality? 35. If it is on rupa, the same.
So Bhante, is the experiences of the Nibbana the same?
Eh?
Is the experiences of Nibbana the same for the first and second fruition knowledge?
Nibbana is Nibbana. Nibbana is unconditional Dhamma, where there is no arising and perishing. It is real happiness, Santi Sukha, real happiness. Okay?
So
This is the same phenomena.
That is, the experience should be the same, right?
Nibbana is the same.
If that's the case,
Nibbana is the same, means the nature of Nibbana is the same.
yeah, following up with that is, if it is the same, how can the meditator check and know that it is the second path and fruition?
As I have told all of you, you have transplanted without replacing new heart. Transplantation. Okay? People make a transplantation. But here, without making a transplantation, you get a new heart. So with the first one, so he or she had removed 3 defilements, 3 fetters. So they feel their heart change. And second, so weaken, new heart come into being. And then they can understand.
Okay, thank you, Bhante. If a meditator often uses false speech, is there a possibility for him or her to progress in meditation and complete learning vipassana? If it is possible, does it have to do with his or her past parami?
I don't get the first sentence.
False. If a meditator uses false speech. False
speech.
Sorry. Is there a possibility for him or her to progress in meditation and then complete in vipassana? If it is possible, does it have to do with his or her past parami?
As I have told all of you, it is not because we are being born as humans, we become wise and stupid. It is just because we can bring our defilements under control, we become wise. It is because we can't bring defilements under control. If it is because we can bring under control, we can bring the defilements under control. We can't bring the defilements under control, we become stupid. So if someone say false speech, if someone made false speech, it is just at a certain time. It will not affect other times. So if you hear someone telling lies, we should not hold the whole life that he is the one who tells lies. Okay? He's an intelligent being, he may change according to his understanding. The time he practices, if he practice of training of morality, it is possible for his attainment. But the whole life is telling lies. It is impossible for him.
Next question. Sadhu, some ordained person live an ordained life till a certain period of time, for example 1 year or 20 years, then they decided to disrobe. Does it mean that their past parami have exhausted, which prevents them from continuing as an ordained person?
In times of the Buddha, there was one bhikkhu whose name is Cittahatta. Cittahatta, do you know? In the books of three, in the Citta Vagga, there is one bhikkhu who ordained and disrobed 6 times. Okay? And only on 7th time he become a permanent bhikkhu. And they attain arahantship too. Now you see, even with a person who come into this world with parami for arahantship, for the attainment of arahantship, sometimes they incline to ordain, disrobe. What the Buddha said, the reason is because of defiance. Defiance is very big enemy. So if you are going to make a decision to disrobe, nothing, just because of defiance. So given an excuse, because of this, just because of defiance.
So we put the blame on defilement.
Yes. Who don't bring under control, become a stupid, but there is an opportunity to be wise.
I think this is an extremely long question. Sorry, not long question. Our context is very long. There are 3 questions to it. In the Knowing and Seeing book, it says, meditators must practice systematically, step by step, with instructions of a qualified teacher. If so, when we practice, can things on karma also come systematically, step by step?
I don't get the last one.
That is, does our karma come to us step by step, systematically? Or does it come all in a mass, depending on the person's individual karma?
Because of karma. But let me explain a little bit more. As I have told all of you, there are 4 types of meditators, 4 types of people, 4 kinds of people. In Pali, Ogati Tenyu, Vipiti Tenyu, Neya and Bada Brahma. Altogether, 4 kinds of person. Ogati Tenyu means the one who can realize Nibbana just by hearing very short stanza. Let me give you an opportunity to hear the stanza that make Venerable Mamoklana to be Venerable Makasapa Saripudra to be attain first person fruition knowledge. Yedama Hitu Bhagawa Tesa Hitu Tas Tagato Aha. Before aha, both of them attain first person fruition knowledge. Is there anybody who attained already? No. Even we don't know what is the meaning of this. Okay? How can we compare with them? Nowadays, according to Buddha's teaching, there is no such person who can realize Nibbana just by hearing very short stanzas. No more. Second type of person, after hearing long explanation, like the first summary, the first discourse of the Buddha, do you remember? Dhamma Sutta. Please read not only Pali but also translation in your language. And then please tell me that you attain path and fruition knowledge. If you get the answer, no, you will not be the second type of person. As you all remember, after Buddha's self-enlightenment, he gave the first summary, Dhamma Sutta, to 5 ascetics, those who are going to be the first 5 monks. After listening Dhamma Sutta, among humans, only one attained first path and fruition knowledge. You remember who he is? Kauninda to be. But in the commentary it is explained. 18 Koti, how do you translate? Millions. 10 million. Attain noblehoods from Devas and from Deva rank and Brahma rank. Devas and Brahma, uncountable numbers. 18 millions. 180 billions. 180 billions, right? So 180 Brahma and Devas, they enlighten after hearing the first sermon, but for humans, only one. That's why someone, they look down. Oh, don't practice concentration. If you're going to be reborn in a Brahma rank, the lifespan will be too long. No, you will meet with another Buddha. You will hear the Dhamma, for sure. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I forgot already. All karma. So, second type of person is no more at the present. Just by hearing long discourse, we can't realize Nibbana. Nowadays, there are only two types of person. Those who can practice systematically, step by step, they can realize Nibbana. That's why your karma tells you must practice systematically. For the fourth one, even though you try, how much you try as you are, if someone is two-rooted person, how much they try in this very life, they can't attain absorption, jhana, concentration, they can't attain path and fruition knowledge. It will be for the realization of Nibbana in the future. That's why for them also they need to engage practicing for the rest of their life for the realization of Nibbana in the future.
Bhante, because of time, I think I will try read this question but ask a shorter question. Sadok, if someone complains against you, what will you do? Drink water.
It depends on persons who complain me. Okay? Those who want to know the truth, because of this reason, they make complaint. For them, I will be very mindful to help them. But those who have already, those who know what is the teachings of the Buddha, if they complain that time, I will tell them, you know what the teachings of the Buddha. Finally, if I can't say, I will develop upekha.
Next question is, needing advice from Sandor. If someone complains against a sari or a yogi, what should they do?
As I told all of you, there are 8 worldly dhammas. They will come. They will come and visit us. Praise and blame. Praise and blame. Having a lot of companions and having no companion. Lavo a lavo. Having a lot of prosperity and having no. And sukha, dukkha and sukha. All these are visitors. They visit us. As you all know, visitors will not be with us for a long time. After coming, they will go back. That's why you must see them as a visitors. If you don't see them as a visitors, holding in your mind what you have encountered just for 2 or 3 minutes, it will destroy for your whole life until you die. Because of participating with it, because of application mind on it, it becomes stronger and stronger, even though you have encountered within a short minute. It is just because of you will suffer. On the spot you may feel angry, or you may feel dissatisfaction, or you may feel something. It doesn't matter. After that you must train not to participate with them, seeing them as visitors.
Bhante, I shall ask the last question. Bhante has compassion for his students, and as students we also have Bhante's welfare at heart. With that, how can we improve the condition, the situation, such that Bhante will not be overexhausted from giving interviews which often last or stretch for more than 3.5 hours?
If they can ask me questions in the Dhamma talk, I can reduce much time, I think. Because at the interview time, if someone asks me a question, sometimes I want to explain them until they understand that sometimes it takes 45 minutes even just for one meditator. Sometimes it takes 1 hour too. Why? I can't stop if I can't explain completely. And so I must explain them if they ask me. Sometimes it's like giving a Dhamma talk at the interview time. So help me, ask me questions here in Dhamma talk section.
Thank you, Bhante. We will be giving regular Dhamma talks.
I don't promise. According to the conditions.
Yes, Bhante. Okay. Thank you, Bhante, for tonight's Dhamma talk. May Monday always be well, happy and healthy.
Please let me tell you one thing. Coming Sunday, there will be no Dhamma talk. Okay? I will be busy with something again. Okay? Okay. You will share my wisdom today. Repeat after me. Idam me punyam asavakayam vaham hotu idam me punyam nibbanasa pacayo hotu Mama punya bhagam Sabba satanam Vajemi Te sabbe